Welcome back as we're just about ready to get the third quarter underway here at Aces Field. And again, if you're just joining us at halftime, it's the Aces leading the Edon Bombers 35-12. Edon scoring a touchdown right at the very end of the second quarter as time expired to get the 12 points. Most of the game they were at 6. The Aces were up by 29 points, and nearly, they had the ball back, and they had about 45 seconds to work with, and they were trying to punch it in to get that 30-point differential to get the continuous clock. Weren't able to pull it off, and then they give up the touchdown. So now they're only ahead by 22 points. And to start this third quarter, the Aces are going to kick it off, and Victor Coates puts his foot into it. And Coates puts it down inside the 10, scooped up by their speedster, number 1, which is Chase Reed. Reed was the one that returned the kick for the touchdown at the end of the second quarter. So Reed gets him out to about the 20-yard line. Victor Coates has been kind of a surprise. He took to the field after the first touchdown. Number 22, not on the roster. And he was 5 for 5 kicking extra points in the first half. And he just really booted it down the field, kicking off here to start the third quarter. Quick handoff to Siebenthaler. To start the third quarter, Siebenthaler gets out to about the 24-yard line with the handoff from Carson Brandt. And so we are underway. Again, a thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, underwriting our football coverage here on HIX-TV. Nice job done at halftime, too. Edon Bombers marching band, really entertaining halftime show, and a good job, as always, by the Aces Pride. Brandt, split backs behind him out of the shotgun. Again, the handoff. Again to Siebenthaler, and this time Siebenthaler taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That was Brickell who got him for the Aces. So that'll back him up and make it a 3rd and 10 as Siebenthaler loses 3 on the carry. Aces looking to hold him here and get the ball back early. Brandt puts the ball in the air. Knocked away by Tunis. No flag, so a good, clean defensive play. And that'll bring up 4th and 10. As the Bombers not able to make anything happen on their opening offensive stanza here. And the Aces are going to get the ball back. And you know it's got to be in the back of their mind to put some points on the board and get the clock working in their favor. Tunis and Parker Thiel back deep for Hicksville. Keese back to punt. Gets his foot into it. Going sideways, and it's going to take another Bomber roll. And it's going to be about the 40-yard line. So not bad field position for the Aces. They don't get a chance to run the punt back. But they will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. And there's a flag on the field. It's against Edon. And so that's going to be okay. So it looks like they had some illegal movement and a false start or an illegal procedure call of some kind. Anyhow, long and short of it is Coach Smith just declined the penalty, and they'll take the ball at their own 40-yard line. Good field position. And so far the Aces have had no problem moving the ball offensively tonight. So Greer lines up in the shotgun for the first offensive stand for the Aces in the second half here tonight. Quick handoff up to about the 45-yard line. And Brickell is going to take it out again to the 44. Greer keeps it himself. He'll get a few more, and it'll be, looks like about a 3rd and 1 coming up. So Greer gets him out to the 49-yard line. I'll make that the 48, so it'll be a 3rd and 2 for the Aces. Greer breaks through, first down yardage and more. Greer still on his feet with the football and brought down about the 25-yard line. So Greer needing a couple yards, tacks on a few more than that, and he'll take the Aces down to the 25-yard line of the Bombers, 1st and 10. As the Aces are grinding it out and keeping that clock rolling. Greer's hard count, going to get him an easy 5. And we're going to have encroachment, offsides on the defense, so tack on an easy 5, move it down to the 20-yard line, 1st and 5 for the Aces. Greer, quick pass over the middle, incomplete. I think he was trying to hit Brickell coming across the middle. A quick hitter there, but not able to complete the pass. 9:07 in the 3rd quarter. Now he'll pitch it back. Brickell this time dives forward. Gets down to about the 15 and a flag on the play. And that's probably going to be a hold, and it's probably going to march him back. So the Aces commit the hold, and that'll back them up. You'll see where they spot the ball. It was 2nd and 5. And they're going to move the ball all the way back to the 30-yard line. So 2nd and about 15. Greer keeps the ball himself. He's still on his feet. Jake gets down inside the 5-yard line, it looks like. A great fake because everybody thought that Brickell had the ball again, number 26, but Zach was running on empty there, and Greer motors him down inside the 5. It's down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, Hicksville. So Hicksville knocking on the door again. And Greer's going to keep it himself, and he's waltzing into the end zone. We'll wait for the official word. Looks like he might have got stopped. Well, we'll see. Touchdown, okay. They were kind of slow making the indication of the score there, but the officiating crew finally raises their hands, and they'll put the points on the board and make it 41-12. And here comes Victor Coates, seeing if he can go 6 for 6 tonight. And he does. So Coates, what a welcome addition to the team. Gives them a kicking game. He should be able to kick the field goal too if they need it.
And we have a 30-point.
And now it's 42-12. And that is a 30-point differential, much to the delight of my camera person, because that should mean the continuous clock will enter into play. And that's going to make it really tough on the Edon Bombers. And it's almost like giving the Aces, instead, it's almost like making the clock your 12th man, because the clock does not stop except for, you know, if you score, change of possession. So it won't stop between plays. And so getting the ball teed up, trying to get it to him. So Sanderson tees it up, and Coates lines it up. And they're waiting for the whistle. And Coates pows it down to about the 35-yard line. And we're down to the 25-yard line, excuse me. Now they're going to say actually the catch was made at the 20, and the return out to about the 37. So a nice return, and the Bombers take over. 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Nope, make that, 37-yard line. Okay, I got it. Quarterback keeper still on his feet, and he gets across midfield as Brandt fools everybody and manages to get out to the Aces 49-yard line to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the Aces 49. Clock rolling. 1st and 10 Bombers. Brandt takes the snap, hands it to Siebenaller. Siebenaller goes nowhere. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. So no gain on the first down play. That brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bombers. Shift things around a little bit. We get ready for the next play. Aces defense adjusts as well. Brandt dropping back, and delay of game. They took too long, so that's going to make it a 2nd and 15. So the Bombers get bit by the delay of game penalty. Clock continues to roll now, down to 6 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Puts the ball in the air, incomplete. 3rd down and 15 coming up. So they'll put the ball back down at the 46-yard line. Again, 3rd and 15 now for the Bombers. Grant drops back into the shotgun once again. Split backs on either side. Rolling out, looking to pass. Gets the ball away. He's hit as he throws. It's going to be intercepted, but was he in bounds? The officials say nope. It was right on the sideline, but he was out of bounds when he made the grab. That was Sanderson. Almost got the INT, but his feet out of bounds. But that still brings up 4th down and 15, and the Bombers are going to punt it away. Keese dropping back. High snap. He manages to get a hold of it. Gets it away. And it lands at the 40-yard line. So and we've got, is that Keys down on the field? There's a Bomber player down on the field. I'm not sure if that was the kicker, number 5, Austin Keys. He had a high snap, got it under control, ran around and made a desperation kick, and it was the kind of thing that you might pull a hamstring or something like that. They're out there working on his leg, doing some stretching. So hopefully everything will be okay there. So we have an official stoppage of play. Okay, so that is number 5, Austin Keys. So with the injury, that's one of the few things that will stop the continuous clock. So we are stopped with 4 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. When we resume play, the Aces will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. And Doc Haggerty is out there working. It looks like they're about ready to get him up, and they do. So Keys gets up, and he'll walk a little gingerly over to the sideline, but he looks like he's moving pretty well. No, he started off a couple of good-looking steps, but after about 3 steps, he started gimping a little bit. So they'll get him off the field of play, and we'll get ready to resume. So the whistle blows. Teams break huddle, and we'll get back in action. Aces up by 30 right now, 42-12, and with the football. Looking to put this one away and put their first W on the board for the 2017 season. So we'll see whether we see Mr. Keys back in. He's one of the split backs that's always there with Brandt when they're on offense. So we'll see whether he returns to play or not. Greer puts Tunis in motion, and we're going to have a false start. Yep. The line started moving just a fraction of a second before the ball was snapped when Tunis went by Greer and started to cut up towards the line. A couple of the linemen moved at the same time right before the ball was snapped. So they'll tack on 5 for the Aces, but the clock continues to roll. Greer, again a handoff to Brickle, and Brickle powers forward. He's going to get about 3 of those 5 yards back. He'll make it 2nd and about 11, so give him credit for 4. As the Aces, again, will probably, as much as possible, keep it on the ground. I don't doubt that they will throw the ball if they need to, but if they can pick up the yardage on the ground and just keep that clock rolling. I'm sure that's what they're going to do. Greer keeps the ball himself. Greer's still on his feet. Greer breaks free. Greer, it's a foot race now. We'll see if anybody can get him. They take him down about the 10-yard line on the far side of the field. No flags on the play that I can see either. So looks like the play will stand, and Greer will take him down into the red zone. We'll see where they officially mark the ball. 2.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. They're throwing down the down markers, so he's inside the 10. It's 1st and goal for the Aces. And he looks like the ball is just inside the 10-yard line. Ball given to number 8, touchdown for Braden Langham. 10 yards out, Langham lopes into the end zone. And the Aces put 6 more on the board, now up 48-12. Coates. Ball down, Victor kicks it, and it's blocked. So Victor Coates' kick is blocked, no good. So the score is going to remain 48-12. They'll stop the clock for the change of possession here. Aces will get ready to kick it away. 2:13 left to go in the third quarter. Maybe it's just me. We can't help getting a little bit nervous when they block a kick from Hicksville's field goal kicker. We can't forget what a terrible turn of events happened with Favaretto last year, the exchange student, getting a terrible leg injury. But Coates is okay. And the Aces are going to get ready to kick it off to the Bombers once again. Aces right now lead by 36. So Edon would have to score 7 points to bring back the regular clock. Travian Tunis teeing it up. And both Tunis and Langham are potential kickers. Tunis drops back this time. Low kick, and it's caught right on one hop at about the 48-yard line. So some decent field position for the Bombers, but the clock starts right up as soon as they touch the ball, and it does not stop. So we're at 1:45. And the Bombers might be able to get 1 or 2 plays off. But the end of the third quarter is looming up ahead. Here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Brandt rolling out, puts the ball in the air, throws it high over his receiver's head and over the heads of the Hicksville defenders. Incomplete. That'll make it 2nd and 10. And again, with the continuous clock, it does not stop. And the incomplete pass, clock continues to roll. Set. Brandt takes the snap, hands it off to Siebenaller. Siebenaller going to get a couple. And they're going to say he fumbled the ball. And he did. And the Aces recover. So Travis Siebenaller gets the carry, gets 2 yards, and then fumbles. Aces fall on the ball. And it was number 60, Dylan Meek, recovering the fumble. So the second turnover the Aces get their hands on tonight. It'll be 1st and 10, Hicksville, right on the 50-yard line. Aces will come out onto the field. And it looks like our backup quarterback's going to get some playing time. That's Landon Turnbull, number 7. So Turnbull, quick handoff. And nothing doing there. The handoff to number 24, Cole Wertman. Wertman, a freshman, getting some varsity playing time. Yep. Comiso is on the sideline. Amy was wondering, where's number 12 tonight? Mason Comiso in street clothes on the sidelines tonight. So, yeah, he's not dressed this evening. And that's the end of the third quarter. So after 3 quarters, it's the Aces leading the Bombers 48-12 the score. And Hicksville will have the ball when we return to action for the 4th and final quarter here shortly. At the quarter break, again, a big thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. If you're in the market for a new car, truck, van, SUV, you name it, whether you want to get one that's been pre-owned or brand spanking new, stop by, check out the great selection they have on the lots at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Or check it out online, jimschmidtauto.com. Don't forget great service departments at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships as well. We want to thank them again for their continued underwriting support of Aces football on HIX-TV. Incomplete pass. Turnbull not able to get it to his intended receiver. And I think, again, that was Wertman that they were going to try to get it to. Turnbull going to work out of the shotgun again. And a flag and movement on the line. False start, moving back 5. The cheerleaders are throwing out little footballs. They have yet to be able to make it into the press box. All the years we've been doing this. And, oh, there goes one. Next door, but still. Turnbull gets it away. Incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Clock continues to roll. We're at 10:45 left to go in the game. And so the Aces are going to get ready to punt it away. Greer will come back out onto the field to handle the punting duties. Snap. Greer lines it up. Low liner. It's going to take a nice roll, and we're going to have a flag thrown, a bunch of flags thrown. It's going to be a block in the back or possibly a late hit. Yeah, we'll see if it's a personal foul. Clock has stopped at 10:19, and it's going to be, I couldn't tell, was that a hold or a face mask that he indicated? And it's going to be a hold on the Bombers. His initial, I couldn't quite tell whether he was doing the face mask or doing the holding call. They'll move the ball back to the 24-yard line on the penalty, where it'll be Bombers football, 1st and 10. We'll get ready. And the Clock starts rolling as soon as they blow that whistle. And they're going to stop play again, a timeout. One of the few ways Edon has to stop the clock. And they call their first timeout of the second half. It comes at 10:03 left to go in the fourth quarter, with the Aces leading Edon 48-12 our score. And again, we were caught a little bit short at the end of the third quarter. So again, a few words from our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships. Again, as we're getting ready to head into fall, and the cold weather is slowly but surely coming, and a great time to get your car checked out. And again, if you have any maintenance needs, whether it's basic maintenance, oil change, tire rotation, and the like, or if you need major work done, don't forget about the terrific service departments at both Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and Jim Schmidt Ford. They're there to take care of your vehicle and to get it fixed and get it fixed right to your satisfaction. Just another reason why they are such a great team to work with. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio, Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick and Jim Schmidt Ford. Ball carried by number 3, Connor Skiles. Skiles, backup quarterback, and picks up a yard on the quarterback keeper. So again, they'll bring in Skiles and get him some experience. And that's sort of, I guess, Edon's way of sort of waving the white flag here for tonight's contest. Skiles dropping back, ball in the air, caught across the 30, 35, and down at about the 37-yard line. Romine, the receiver, Keegan Romine, takes it to the 36-yard line and gets the Bombers a first down. Clock continues to roll. Again, Edon will need to score 7 points to get that margin under 30. They have to get down to 29 points before the clock goes back to normal operation. So touchdown and an extra point to get themselves back to the regular clock. Rolling out, looking downfield, throws the ball incomplete. Skiles, incomplete pass. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Again, 37-yard line. Bombers on their own 37-yard line, I should say. As we go down to 8 minutes now left in the contest and the clock running. Skiles, just a sophomore, tall kid, 6'3" and 175 pounds, according to the roster. Skiles gets the snap, looks downfield, doesn't see anything. Now he's got to run for his life, and he'll get across the 40-yard line to about the 43 before he's brought down. Not enough for a first down, but he'll get some positive yardage. That'll pick up of about 6. Will make it 3rd and 4. Skiles rolling out, being pursued. Quick throw, bobbled but caught. First down yardage. Catch made by Romine, and Romine down to the 49-yard line of the Aces. And now they're going to say his knee touched at the 50. So Keegan Romine gets the Bombers a first down. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. And Connor Skiles, again, their backup quarterback in the game for this fourth quarter. Skiles dropping back, and he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line at the 39. A loss of about 11. They're going to mark him at the 40 just to make things nice and neat and make it 2nd and 20. So after the sack, Skiles looks to bounce back. Gets rid of the ball quickly, caught by Siebenaller. Siebenaller gets back to the original line of scrimmage, dives ahead for a couple more, and the flag is thrown ahead of the play. So I'm going to guess it's going to be, I think Amy's right, a hold on the Bombers. And they'll say the hold took place on the Aces 48-yard line, which means they will march it down to the Bombers 42-yard line, where it will be 2nd and 18 for Edon as we go under 5 minutes left in this football game. Second and 18. Ball on the 42. Yeah. Ball in the air. He's got a man open. He just overthrows him. Skiles. I think it was Casey Hugg. I'm not sure if that was 24 or 34. It looks like 34. And Ferris. I think it was 24. Hug. Well, either way, incomplete pass. We go under 4 minutes. Clock continues to roll. Skiles takes the snap. Looks, puts the ball in the air. I think it was tipped on the line, and it falls short. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So 4th and 18 coming up for the Bombers. And they look like they're going to punt it away. Number 24, Case Hugg, going back deep. And it's over his head. Hugg running it back. Gets to the 10-yard line. He's going to just try to make what he can happen. And he'll be brought down at about the 26-yard line. Ouch. The snap way too high. And at least it didn't go back into the end zone or anything like that. But still. Hugg was able to get his hands on the ball, and as soon as he picked it up, he just started running for his life to try to get as many yards as he could. Aces will take over now, 1st and 10 on the Bombers' 28-yard line. 2:55 left in the game. Landon Turnbull in at quarterback. Turnbull, quarterback keeper, and tries to cut back and trips on his feet. And falls down, losing a couple out at the 20, at the 30-yard line. 2nd and 12. Going to be a little rough around the edges, but still a great opportunity for the younger players to get some varsity playing time here on the field. And Turnbull this time hangs on to it, makes the turn. Turnbull across the 20. He's knocked down at about the 17, 18-yard line. He goes out of bounds. Clock continues to run. So the Aces are completely unconcerned about the time. They've got this game well in hand. They're going home with a win tonight. And they will at least be 1-2 to start the GMC season next week. Turnbull with the snap. Looking downfield, puts the ball in the air. Intended receiver, is that Graber, number 82? Yep. Vaughn Graber, number 82, the intended receiver, went through his hands. And flag on the play, and it's going to be offensive pass interference on the Aces. So they'll march it back. To the 33-yard line as we go under a minute left in the game. The Aces faithful starting to feel it. They're getting a little restless. They're getting ready to head on out and celebrate with their, and we're going to have movement on the line. And they're going to say false start Aces, drew them off. So that'll back them up another 5. Again, it's academic at this point. Back to the 38-yard line. But we are under 30 seconds now. And really, Turnbull, if he wanted to, could just take a knee and this game would be over. But Turnbull going to take advantage of his time. Makes the throw. It's caught. Across the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Number 24, Cole Wortman, makes the grab and carries it into the end zone. And you can't really hold it against the Aces because, again, this is the second team that getting a chance to play, and you can't hold it against them if they want to be able to score if they can. So Wortman's touchdown makes it 54-12. They'll bring Victor Coates back out with 7 seconds left. And Coates was wide to the left. You saw that defender coming at him, and I think he pulled up just a little bit. Got a little bit spooked when he got that last one blocked, probably. So it remains 54-12, but like I said, it's academic. 7 seconds left, and the Aces will kick it off to the Bombers, whom if I were them, I would just get possession of the ball, run it out, and be done. So get the ball and see what you can make of it. Go for the end zone with 7 seconds. And actually, nope, they started the clock and time has expired. Okay. I thought that they wouldn't start the clock until they kicked it, but evidently they decided, go ahead and start the clock, and that's it. We are done. Time has expired, and that is the end of the football game. And again, the Aces win the last of their 3 non-conference games to start the season. A win tonight over the Edon Bombers, 54-12. Aces finally get their first win of the season, and it's going to be a long drive back to Edon for the Bombers because now they are 0-3 on the campaign. Good night tonight, and you could see several improvements that the Aces had made over the game against Crestview last week. A lot fewer fouls committed, and just, again, a little tighter play overall, a little more disciplined play, and good to see that we didn't have the taunting calls and the number of personal fouls and so forth that we had because we didn't really keep track, but if I would not be surprised if they had 100-plus yards and penalties last week. So significant improvement this week. So congratulations to the Aces as they get their first win of the 2017 season, again, over the Bombers here tonight. The Aces are back in action next Friday on the road, kicking off the GMC portion of the schedule. First up will be the Holgate Tigers. They'll play that one at Joey Brown Stadium over at Holgate High School. 7 o'clock next Friday night, and we will be there. We've gotten press box space all lined up and ready to go. So big thanks in advance to the athletic department and the staff over at Holgate. We're looking forward to going over there to cover the game next week. And aside from that, again, thanks to the Aces Pride Marching Band and the Marching Bombers, halftime entertainment, and to the Hicksville Athletic Department and athletic directors Haught and Overmeyer, again, getting us all set up. We appreciate what they do for us each and every game that we are here. We can't say enough for them. And a huge thank you, too, to our football broadcast underwriters, the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships here in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt, Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, the Jim Schmidt Truck Lot, and, of course, all online at jimschmidtauto.com. So that's going to wrap it up on this crisp Friday evening. The Aces victorious for the first time in the 2017 season. Once again, your final score for tonight, it's the Aces 54 and the Edon Bombers 12. For Amy Murphy on the camera, I'm Bill Murphy for Hicksville Community Television, wishing you good night and good sports.